5 backfields that look a little chaotic right now. We're not sure what to make of it. We'll tell you on FFT Express. All right. Heath is here with 5 unclear running back situations. So we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me number 5.
This could have easily been 10 or maybe even 15. But I will start with number 5. I know my host. It's the New York Football Giants with Tyrone Tracy, a late draft pick from 2024 who had some good performances, had some fumble problems, and was probably better as a rusher than we expected and worse as a pass catcher than we expected. The team went out and drafted Cameron Skattebo, who I think might be better as both a rusher and a passer than Tracy. But it's 2 young running backs, a coaching staff that must win this year. And I have no real certainty. And I should have mentioned also Devin Singletary's there.
Tracy, obviously no one's drafting Singletary, but you're still taking Tracy ahead of Skattebo?
I don't want to know. So I currently in the projections have Tracy projected higher. It seems like Tracy usually goes first. If I see Tracy go, I will draft Skattebo. But I would rather take a chance on Skattebo as of right now. And maybe that helps too. I'll tell you what I've got for projections. I've got 183 carries and 22 targets for Skattebo. I've got 178 carries and 49 targets for Tracy.
Okay, don't draft anyone then. This could be a backfield you just want to avoid. But I do think that history says that 4th round pick is probably not going to be the main guy week 1. I think Tracy will have his opportunity. We'll just see how he does with it. I think this could be a backfield to avoid. Who's number 4?
It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's just stick with the theme of being homers. No, this backfield, you've got Isiah Pacheco, who, 18 months ago, 12 months ago even, we would have thought there's no way these other guys are competing with Pacheco for the job, but he broke his leg, didn't look the same at the end of last year. Hasn't really, even throughout his career, had a very large sample size where they trusted him to be anywhere close to a feature running back. He's had somebody working in short yardage sometimes. He's had somebody working on passing down sometimes. On the roster right now, the Chiefs also have Kareem Hunt, who was their best running back last year. They added Elijah Mitchell from the 49ers, who's been very good whenever he's healthy and gotten opportunities. And they drafted, and you talked about 5th round running backs don't usually become starters, Bhayshul Smith in round 7. And there's a lot of chatter about him hopefully playing the Jerick McKinnon role. So this may just turn into a full-blown committee where Pacheco is the lead back, Hunt is the short yardage back, and Bhayshul Smith by midseason is the pass-catching back. And you don't really want any of them, but there's too much upside in this offense to do that. So Pacheco gets drafted in round 7, and everybody else is a late round afterthought.
Okay, I am hopeful, and I think I'm just going to be getting a lot of Isiah Pacheco. I really don't factor in what he did after the broken leg last year. Was broken leg?
Yeah.
Obviously he just wasn't healthy. Andy Reid said as much. Last 6 games of 2023, he averaged 16.2 carries per game. And then in the playoffs, 24, 15, 24, and 18 carries. Week 1, 15 carries. Week 2, 19 carries. So I do think that they obviously were turning to him as a workhorse running back, and enough catches, by the way, in those games too. He had kind of a lot of catches, So I love the role. If this is another one where I just feel like if he's good, he's going to have a really good year. If he struggles, then yeah, we could have some problems here. But I don't look at anyone else in that backfield, Heath, as major competition, especially Kareem Hunt. It would be really a travesty if they use Kareem Hunt a lot this year. He's one of the worst running backs in the NFL. I'm sorry. He's just.
I would disagree with that. He has a skill set that's very good at certain things. I think he's really good at pass protection. I think he's really good at short yardage. And I'm not really concerned about anyone. I think it's unlikely that Hunt is the lead back again for the Chiefs, but I am very concerned that Hunt and either Mitchell or Smith both have a role.
All right. Let's go take a break here, and we'll get to 3, 2, 1 after this on FFT Express. So we've got the Giants at 5, the Chiefs at 4. What's the third most unclear backfield right now?
So I think you could choose any of the ones where the rookies were drafted, but the one that is the most unclear probably is Rhamondre Stevenson and TreVeyon Henderson in New England. Stevenson has had flashes where he's looked like a good runner. He's had seasons where he got a lot of targets. I am hopeful that the thing that makes the most sense is what the Patriots do, and that is that Rhamondre Stevenson leads the team in rush attempts and TreVeyon Henderson dominates passing downs and targets. That would make sense to me, but they do have a history of throwing it to Stevenson a lot. Henderson's got to earn the role, and I think there is an outside chance. They've said they view him as a 3-down back. There's a chance he just takes the whole darn thing from Rhamondre Stevenson and is the second best rookie running back.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll get greedy and hope he leads the team in carries and gets all that passing work. And very good pass protector, TreVeyon Henderson, in college anyway. Number 2.
It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's Travis Etienne. It's Tank Bigsby. It's Bhayshul Tuten. None of these guys can, I don't think, really be viewed as the favorite. I'm planning on moving Etienne down in my rankings the next time that I add him. There's been some talk, or that I update them. There's been some talk that Etienne is not really a favorite of the new coaching staff. Bigsby was very good as a rusher last year. Tuten is he was a day 3 pick, right? Another day 3 running back that there's a possibility that he takes this backfield over by midseason. There's a possibility that he is just completely worthless as a round 2 rookie draft pick also, because often running backs taken day 3 are.
Yeah, he and Skattebo were very early in round 4 on day 3. All right, so Giants 5, Chiefs 4. Who is
Patriots 3?
Patriots 3, Jaguars 2. Ooh, I've got a guess for number 1, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until you tell me what.
Why don't you just guess? I've got it written down, so if you guess.
It just doesn't feel on brand for you.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Cowboys are most definitely the most uncertain backfield at this point. I'm not so sure that the starting running back for the Cowboys is even on the team right now. But they've got Javonte Williams, they've got Miles Sanders, they drafted Jaydon Blue and Phil Maffa. Like they still have Deuce Vaughn on the roster. They've got 5 running backs on their depth chart. None of them look like starting NFL running backs to me at this point. But absolutely, like, we didn't think Rico Dowdle was really a starting running back 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and he isn't any longer. He's a backup again. So you don't necessarily have to be a starting caliber running back to be fantasy relevant if you end up with a bunch of touches. Now, a lot of times these guys end up in the Zamir White range where we boost them up too much because of lack of competition. That's not happening with any of these guys. They're all available very cheap. Javonte is still my favorite for now.
All right. That is Heath Cummings. I am Adam Azer, and those are the 5 most unclear running back situations as of May 8th. Have a wonderful weekend and a great Mother's Day, and we'll talk to you next week on Fantasy Football Today Express.